All right, this is gonna be my watch list for this week. So now we're gonna get straight into it. The first stock on the list is Qualcomm, ticker symbol QCOM. So what I'm seeing here is obviously we had the big move up, and now we're going sideways, making high. We made a higher low and also a lower high. So going sideways as we see here. We're also holding the 10 and the 20-day moving averages and this downward trend lines right here. So volume has also dropped off here from at least from the move up, volume has dropped off. Now what I want to see here is a break over $170 for a nice move up after that, all the way up into these recent highs. We got levels here at 173 and then another level at the highs of 177. Then above that we can see even further up into new all-time highs. So yeah, this is my favorite setup for this week, Qualcomm, and I already have position in this too. Now next one is XBI biotech spider ETF. So we had the big volume move up on the daily, and now we pulled back on lower volume going, and then we've hit this demand zone. There's also the breakout level that where we broke out of this big base. There's a big breakout, that's a big level. So we're holding that level and also holding the 50 SMA. So now we clear the trend line, and on volume we got a hammer off of that level and the 50 DMA. So I want to see a move up now, up into these recent highs. My first target is going to be 97.5, and then the second target is going to be 101, and then the final target is going to be 103.5. And then above that, new highs. Another thing is this looks really good on the weekly too. On the weekly, this looks even better. So on the weekly, the volume has dropped off, and it's a low volume pullback into the breakout level. So I would like the long Labu shares here. So Labu is a 3x leveraged ETF of XBI. So would like the long commons here on Labu tomorrow. But yeah, now going back to the next one on the daily, we got Amazon. So Amazon is just wedging this, coming closer to this level. So if we can clear the 180 point, let's say 181 level, we can see more up into 185. And above 185, then 188, then new all-time highs. This has been melting up as of late, but pretty simple setup. I've already covered this before. Now, next one on the list is Pfizer. We have this bull flag. We broke out of the bull flag, and we got an ugly candle on Friday, but actually on Thursday I got an ugly candle, but would still, my target is going to be 29 here if we can continue moving up off the bull flag up higher. We're also above all the key moving averages now except the 200-day. We're above the 20, the 10, and the 50 now, so this looks decent. Next one is SOXL. We got the gap up here on volume, and now we're going sideways into a pennant, and we're above all the key moving averages. So now if we can break out of this pennant, we can see a nice move up into recent highs. But very simple on SOXL too. Now, the next one here is AMD. AMD just want to see it get over the 50 days. It can get over the 50 day and the 182. We can see a solid move up now, back up into 195 and possibly new highs if this can hold this and get above the 200 days. So volume start to die out a little bit. Now selling volume has dropped off, so I think this can possibly move up if semis catch a bid here. Now the next one is Plug. This is making higher lows and also lower highs. So this is poised for a pretty big breakout. Now the volume patterns, based on volume patterns, I would say it's going to break to the upside, but it has to clear this moving averages here. If it can clear the moving averages here, the 10, the 20, and the 50, it could see a nice move up of targets being 4.3, then above that, targets being $5 a share. So I like this based on the volume patterns. Now the next one is SQ, Square. Just a bunch of trend lines here, big inverse head and shoulders on the daily. Now if it can clear 85, this is going to 90 and possibly 100 after. So very simple again. The volume has almost completely died out now after the earnings gap up. This needs to clear 85 and get a candle closure over it, and then we could possibly see the move up into 90 right after. Now, next one is going to be Lyft. We got the move up. Volumes dropped off a little bit. Now it's bull flagging on the daily. If it can clear the trend line, we can see it move up into 20. Then above 20, the next target would be 23. And then above 23, there's a big gap fill going all the way up to 30. So pretty simple setup again. Breaks above the flag. See a nice move up on Lyft. And Flow probably backs this too. Last one on the list is going to be Honeywell. We had this downward trend line. Whoa. Downward trend line going back to all-time highs. We rejected that and rejected this key supply right here around $206 a share. And we got a gravestone doji or a shooting star candle off of that supply and trend line. So possibly watching this for a move back down into this little gap we got here at this gap around 201 to 202, little gap here. I'm watching for a move back down into that gap. And the volume suggests that this was also a strong rejection here with the higher volume. So yeah, that pretty much caps it off for my watch list for the week. Pretty short watch list, not watching too many, focus on a small number of stocks. And yeah, we'll add stuff to the list as the week goes on, and we'll continue to alert things in the Discord. So yeah, make sure to follow my socials, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and join the Discord if you guys want more.